Good morning, my YouTube friends. Monica here with my Wild Style. Remember, God loves you. Today is number 11 of the 12 desserts for Christmas. Sugar cookies. Let's get it done. We're going to start with half a stick of butter. 2 ounces of cream cheese. 1 egg or any egg substitute. 1 teaspoon vanilla. 1/3 cup of sugar-free Stevia Blend or any keto sugar. Now I'm going to process this until smooth and creamy. Until it looks just like this. Now I'm going to add in the dry ingredients. This is 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is 3 cups of almond flour. You'll use anywhere between 3 cups to 3.5 cups, depending on what the temperature and the humidity is like that day. Just add 1/4 cup at a time to get the right consistency dough. I just went ahead and poured some of that flour into the processor container, and now I'm going to put it into a bowl and keep stirring it until I get the right consistency. I did add another 1/4 cup of flour. This dough is a little bit sticky. It must be the weather. It is a little bit humid today. So I'm going to add in another 1/4 cup of almond flour to this and get that mixed in. So altogether I added 3.5 cups. Now it's the perfect consistency. I'm just going to turn it out onto this piece of saran wrap. This cream cheese recipe was new and I actually like mine better, and I'll also list that in the description. I'm just going to test it and see if it's sticky. No, it looks perfect. Now let's fold it up and get it in the refrigerator for a little while. You can keep it in there for a couple of hours or overnight. I am just going to go ahead and make my cream cheese frosting, and I'll put that recipe in the description below. So I got this all ready to go in the refrigerator, and I'm going to just leave it in here overnight, and I will mix up the frosting tomorrow and decorate. I want it about this consistency because I am going to put it into a piping bag, because I'm going to pipe all the decorations on the sugar cookies like this. So keep adding milk of your choice to it to thin it out. Now I'm going to prepare this piping bag to pour the frosting in. Turn it inside out as far as you can down, about halfway down, and open it up. I'm going to set it inside that little juice glass that's sitting on the counter as a holder so I can pour the frosting in. Now unfold the piping bag, and I'm going to twist on a twist tie to hold the frosting in place. I am not going to cut the tip off yet until I'm ready to decorate the cookies. 1 done and 5 to go. I will fast forward it for you. Those frostings are done now. Now I laid 1 piece of parchment on the counter, and I'm going to turn this shiny side over onto the dough so that way both of the shiny sides of the wax paper are easily removed from the dough. I don't know if you ever seen a rolling pin like this, but these guides here are the thickness that we want. The red one is 6 millimeters or 1/4 inch. Now I'm pretty sure that you've used a cookie cutter before, but I just placed these on and then I used a butter knife to pull them up. Then save your extra dough to roll out again and cut more cookies. Now I'm going to bake them at 350 degrees from 10 to 12 minutes. Watch them very carefully because they will burn pretty fast. And this was exactly 12 minutes. They're just a little bit golden brown, and that's the way I want them. Okay, the next few videos of me decorating these sugar cookies, I'm going to just fast forward them and try to explain to you what I'm doing here. I'm just piling on the frosting here and taking a toothpick and pushing it in the areas that I want it, bringing it to the edge for a nice clean finish look. And then I'll put it in the dehydrator to dry a little to add the other colors to it so they don't bleed. But here I'm going to add a sweater before I put it in the dehydrator. I'm going to drag these colors through to make it look like a little sweater. And I just did that with a toothpick. Most cookie tiers will outline their area first and then fill in and use a toothpick or a scribe to flood that area. But I am not a cookie tier. I used to cake decorate 20 years ago, and I have a couple of little decorating ideas, but nothing that is professional anymore. I'm just going to add a little blue and yellow on this hat band to make it match that sweater. Now I'm going to add some eyes, a little mouth, and some buttons. Just going to add some holly berries here. I'm going to work on this sled. I'm adding icicles and I'm going to spread that into place. And then I'm going to make some swirligigs here for the base. I got some of the frosting on this horse and I'm just going to fill in the brown on the horse part and spread it around. I'm just using a toothpick here. Now I made a mistake on the next video. I put the cookies on a red and black and white plate and it's harder to see the cookies. You'll notice that on the next video that comes up. This is what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. But these cookies were getting soft and I was putting them back and forth into the dehydrator to dry, set them, and then so that way I could add a second layer of frosting. I'm going to fill in the Santa hat and his coat here, pants, and then I just take my toothpick in to flood that area, and then I do the same thing here on the sled. brown frosting on these gingerbread men came out a little darker than I wanted, but I think you can still see the red as I'm putting on the dress on the girl and the vest on the boy. And then I will outline the cuffs on the sleeves and the pants and put some eyes and hair on these. These came out so cute. Wow, finally, here they are. They're completely finished. They came out so cute. And that frosting that I used came out a lot shinier than I thought it would, which is kind of cool. I like that snowflake that I put the blue lines on and sprinkled it with some white candy sprinkles that came out so cute. Well, thank you for watching number 11, the 12 desserts for Christmas. And as always, may God bless you.